Hello seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. We all know about mantras. A lot of us must be chanting some or the other mantras. But do we really know how does a mantra work? We cannot go very deep on a YouTube video. But on a surface, we can actually barely understand in a very basic way how does a mantra work. It's going to be a short video, but an interesting one. Stay tuned till the end to get to know more about this. If you want to follow me on social media, follow me on the links given below. Do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. And if you want to take my consultations, the email ID is given below. So let's continue with the basic analysis on how does a mantra work and it affects the planets. Mantras. Mantras are actually internalization of the spiritual energy. You need something, a vibration, to connect with the divine, connect with the higher power. It's like dialing up to the higher dimension. When you want to dial somebody, you dial a certain frequency, a certain set of binary code. And that binary code converts into audio frequency. That is itself a mantra. Mantra is one part of the Yantra, Mantra and Tantra trilogy. And mantras are very basic and the core part of spirituality. In the Raj Yoga and in the Bhakti Yoga, which are the two yogas or the path to follow and reach the divine, mantras are the part of Raj Yoga. And when I'm talking about mantras, there are different varieties of mantra. There are shlokas. There are namaskar mantra, there are rituals, and there are bij mantras. So on a total holistic way, how does a mantra work? Mantras are a certain frequency or sound which you originate and which you speak and repeat over a number of times. So when you're speaking something, you're activating your second house. When you're using a particular language or a particular sound, you're activating your Mercury. So you already activate your Mercury, you already activate your second house, and you are also trying to communicate and establish a communication, so it's the activation of the third house and Gemini. So just by chanting any of the mantra, this is how the horoscope gets activated. Then when you chant a particular mantra in a certain frequency with the proper pronunciation, you get into resonance with the higher vibration. We repeat this chanting because the accuracy of the resonance cannot be achieved. And we have to complete a certain set of chanting because each mantra will work in a micro way, in a very small way. It's a micro fraction of energy that enters within us. The energy is available everywhere. I am energy, you are energy. Mass is energy and energy is mass. So it's nothing. We are all living in the world of energy. We are energy beings. And when we utter energy, the caustic energy, so for example, we say Om Namah Shivaya, we are actually tuning into the energies of Shiva. That frequency creates a vibration that connects our mind and soul. Mantra affects the mind. It's a vibration that our ears also ear hears it and our brain processes it. So in the post-processing of this vibration, it alters the neurons in your brain, it alters the software of your brain, and when the mind changes, most of your horoscope starts functioning in a different way. That is why an astrologer most of the time recommends you the bij mantra of the planets. A lot of you must be chanting Gayatri mantra, Mahamrityunjay mantra, which are the most common and well chanted mantra by a lot of people. Pronunciation is one factor which is very important in this, because when I'm chanting a mantra, I'm basically dialing up to a certain energy. I'm trying to call that energy, and if I take a wrong name, no matter how much effort I put, if a person is named as David and if I call Divad, David will never turn back and listen as if I'm calling him. I have to sound somewhere similar to David. So it can be David, something similar to David, if not David, but I cannot be Divad. So pronunciation has to be given the utmost importance while chanting mantras. When you are chanting the mantra, the vibrations comes within, it alters the sun and the moon, and you must meditate while doing the mantra. When you're doing the meditation, the assimilation of energy within the cell is increased. And we all know that the universe is a creation of the primordial sound Om. And Om is Nad Brahma, the sound of the Brahmand, the sound of the cosmos. We are the output of the sound, and sound drives us, and mantra is the power to control the sound and channelize that energy. So mantra is no joke. Mantras will work whether you believe in it or not if you are doing it scientifically. And the scientific analysis of the mantra is that when you chant, you produce a certain vibration which in turn goes into your brain reprocesses it and alters you. So if you are chanting a mantra, you should give full devotion and dedication, if not belief and trust, but at least full scientific process has to be followed. And if you follow that, which are the processes written in the Shastras, because they are no rituals, they are proper scientific process. If you adhere to that process, you get the resonance, and when you are resonating with the higher force, you get the maximum out of it, which in turn alters your horoscope, changes your planets, and the planets gives you positive output. So guys, this was a brief take on the mantra analysis, mantra and meditation. I hope you like this. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and like the video. This is your host Punneit. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, namaste.